In this worksheet called Sum Average, we need to put some totals in, for example, cell G3 to add up the numbers to the left, and perhaps in cell B9 to add up the numbers from above, and some other situations as well. Putting in the total here could be achieved by using the sum function. You could type equals sum, left parenthesis, do all that's needed to do there, tabulate the numbers. But a faster way is what we call AutoSum. There's an AutoSum button found on the Home tab in the ribbon. Off to the right, AutoSum. You'll also see the same button on the Formulas tab in the ribbon, or on the left-hand side. AutoSum is designed to quickly add adjacent data from the left or from above. So we've got data here to the left. The active cell is in cell G3. We'll click AutoSum from either of its locations, and it automatically puts in what we could have typed. Looks good. We'll press enter. There's our answer. In cell B9, we've got a similar situation. Now, to make it slightly faster, but you do have to highlight the cells ahead of time, you can highlight the cells, and you can either highlight just the cells in question or the one below it containing the total, either way. But this time, you can click AutoSum just once to put the total in place. And in this case, you may want to adjust the column width. You can drag that rightward. Sometimes you run into a situation like this. What's AutoSum going to do here? Is it going to add from above? Is it going to add from the left? AutoSum always looks upward first. So if we click AutoSum here, we'll see this prompt. And if we don't want to add those two, but we want to add the cells to the left, we'll simply use the mouse and select the cells to the left and then press enter. And with larger amounts of data, you may have a situation here. What if you wanted to add up these cells here, but also the ones below? You could certainly put in the entry here and then copy it downward, but why not highlight these cells ahead of time? Then click AutoSum once. Takes care of all these. Similarly, on the bottom, we could do this. Highlight these cells. Click AutoSum once. That adds the data from above. And as I delete this and delete this entry as well, we could highlight the cells this way and then simply press AutoSum. We'll get totals on the right and on the bottom. Now, sometimes you want to do an average instead, and the AutoSum button has an average option on it. So if we want to do an average of these cells here, we'll click the drop arrow associated with AutoSum and then choose average. And we see what's happening. Just like sum, it's typing the function for us, and we'll press enter. Now, you can also redirect AutoSum. Suppose you say, I don't want the total here, I want it up above. Well, you could move it up, but on the other hand, if you want a total here of the cells below, if you click AutoSum, it might start by looking upward or doing something you don't want to do. But if you want to add the cells below it, then select the cells below it. In other words, redirect the cells that you need to be tabulating, and Excel will do that for you. So you can use AutoSum, not just for sum, but also for average. And there are two other functions, max and min, and actually a third one, count function as well. The AutoSum button also gives you the capability to count numbers, to calculate a maximum, calculate a minimum, or possibly lead you into other functions as well. So an example right here. Now, here's a situation. If we want the maximum entry for those 5 days, but we want to ignore this, max might direct us here in the wrong location by trying to select all those numbers. And so, again, we intervene with the mouse and highlight just these cells to get the highest value from there. So any number of occasions when using formulas that use common tabulating needs like sum and average, and to a lesser extent max and min and counting numbers, we can use the AutoSum button and its variations.